Okay guys, I've got a really good plan that'll surely beat Louise.
Well, what's your plan, Emma? Louis is gonna kill us.
Okay guys, try and guess my plan. It's amazing. Any guesses, Nigel?
Well, maybe you wanted to use a flash bomb.
No, that's absolute bullshit. Any other guesses, Ray? Well, judging from your personality and your look and what you were about to say last chapter, I guess. Oh, shut up. We don't have enough time for that. Any guesses, mister?
First of all, Darui, your impression sucks. Second of all, yeah, I've got an idea. Yeah, we can just shout from all directions or something so that he would be able to hear, because we know his abilities are sound based now.
Well, actually, I didn't think of that. That's a pretty good idea, but no, I've got a better plan. We will shoot at him from all directions.
Yeah, but Emma, that's what we were kind of doing till now.
No, you won't understand me. This is an amazing plan. It's the perfect Deus Ex Machina. Fine, I guess we'll roll with that plan now. For those of you who went through the intro segment, your $10 billion check is waiting for you in the center of Antarctica. You can get it right now, and as soon as you get back, the check won't be valid anymore. So yeah, good luck finding it. Promised Neverland, chapter number 91, titled With Everything We Got. So the chapter starts off with a flashback, and it turns out that Louise is having this flashback, which she normally doesn't. Louise is the kind of character who, in her monologues, he doesn't do shit in the fights. He's just thinking on his own. So currently he's like, human beings long for happiness more than anything, but how curious that they only grow when they are in despair. So yeah, this is a really interesting kind of character development for Louise. He's not that kind of character who's just really bland, okay? Like, you might notice those villains who are just trying to do stuff because they want to do stuff, or because they were rich and then they were dethroned or something. So yeah, Louise is not that kind of a villain. He is truly a scientist. Like, not in terms of, oh yeah, he has got a doctorate, but in terms of the thinking that he wants to find out more stuff, he wants to understand more. In terms of that, he's clearly a scientist, because that's something that every scientist does. Anyway, so Louise, yeah, his understanding of the world, and especially humans, it really fascinates me, especially because how it has affected all of his actions. Like, once in his life, he must have been like, yeah, human beings, one day I'm gonna understand them completely. Like, how do they do this? How do they grow stronger? And then eventually he comes to the Goldie Pond and he starts this entire hunting game. So yeah, it's really interesting on how Louise does this stuff. Anyway, we also have got Mister over there, whose name we still don't know, and Mister is holding a girl. Okay, and I would say that he had a crush on this girl or something, or he was really good friends with her. Anyway, this is after the entire Grand Valley escape. So it seems like they escaped with a large group, just like how Ray and Emma and all of them did. So they escaped like that, and eventually they came to Goldie Pond. And you know, their timing was really bad. They escaped 14 years ago. And 14 years. And Tari Patri, and he died 15 years ago. So yeah, really bad timing for them. Anyway, so Louise is still monologuing. He is thinking of the past. He's like, yeah, I remember those humans. You guys were really amazing. And he's like, threaten, push to the limits. They evolve. Human beings improve. And that's honestly kind of true. No, that's completely true. And then we have got Oliver over there, and this makes me question, when did they actually arrive at Goldie Pond? Because if Mister was there, it has to be in the 14 years to 10 years time span, like 14 years to 10 years ago. And Oliver, his age right now is 17. If they had directly gone to the Goldie Pond, then he would have been 13. So then he would have been 3. So that doesn't make any sense. So it seems like he's like a 5-year-old. So I would assume they went there like 12 years ago. But you know what? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we get to see some panels of uh, Luis, and he's like, so the time has finally come. This is what I was waiting for the most. The hunt, which I would love. So that's basically his motive. He was waiting for something. He wanted this particular hunt to come where he could go all out. He could see so much development. And I would define him as a typical manga reader because he wants to see characters progress. He wants to see characters improve. And that's a really interesting thing, even for us, okay? Then anyway, we see Luis, and he's like, now Emma, where are you? Come here. Let's stop playing hide and seek. One-on-one right now. I'm gonna slaughter you completely. That's basically what Luis is doing. And then we get a flashback. So this chapter was mainly a flashback based chapter. One was Luis's flashback, one was Emma and all of them. So you remember Emma was like, okay guys, I've got a question. Why didn't that monster? Okay, and we continue from that, okay? And then everything else, we don't know what happened after that. Anyway, we get the completion of her sentence, and she was like, why did that monster, when he lost one of his hands, take so long to generate? And you watch the intro segment, you might have recognized that, or you might have found out that I am pretty pissed with this. Yes, I am pissed, because mainly, it's clearly a Deus Ex Machina. Do you not see this? Like, it's something so easy to notice. If the author had to go all out, he could have had some really minute detail in one of the panels, only one, and in that panel, he could have had something really interesting hidden, which would just blow the reader's minds. But I think this is kind of a Deus Ex Machina. The author didn't want to work hard, so he did this. So Emma is like, why did Luis, or the monster, why isn't she calling him Luis? And Emma is like, why did Luis take so long to regenerate after Mr. shot his hand? And these few panels we don't get to see Mr. at all. And Ray is like, okay, we didn't get okay, he took so long to regenerate, so that means there has to be a handicap to his regeneration. So he's like something like he after a certain time period he can't regenerate anymore, or it gets lower for critical injury or something like that. That's what Ray says, and he's like, it's somewhat like humans, because even humans take time to regenerate through cellular division, through the process of mitosis. Anyway, and he's like, that's why old people, that was actually not necessary at all. Like, just saying that's why old people seem to regenerate, take longer to recover. And actually my question is, has Ray ever seen an old person before? Because like every character except for the grandma, every character we have been introduced to is actually not that old, and they're probably young, in like their max to max 32 years. So it makes me question, has Ray ever seen a old person? I don't know, I don't care. And Emma is like, you did a good thing, mister, you're shooting him in his hand. Emma, just seeing Emma talk sometimes is just funny. Like the way she talks, she's not worried about herself, but she's worried about others. And the immaturity in what she says is just funny most of the times. Anyway, so Ray is like, so we do know that he can recover his senses, and we do know that he can't regenerate really fast. So all we need to do is shoot again and again and again. So what they do is just get as many guns as they can and then start shooting him. Okay, they start shooting Luis. Okay, and Luis is trying to avoid all their hits, but it's not working that well for Luis. Ray, Emma, Nigel, every one of them is in their combo stage right now. They're like, yeah, now shooting time, and one by one they're shooting Luis. And Ray's athletic skills are honestly just amazing. It's amazing how Ray is moving. It's interesting to see Ray do all that kind of shit. Okay, anyway, Luis himself is frightened right now, and I'm gonna say this again. Luis is a beast. Luis is a beast. No, nothing questioning that. But Luis is like, this might actually kill me. I'm scared. These humans, I've let them evolve a lot. Anyway, if Luis would have stopped shitting around, he could have easily killed them. Anyway, Luis is like 3 so far. There's still a fourth one, and he's like that's not bad. They actually figured out my main weakness. On top of that, they are actually doing a good job fighting me off. Okay, and Emma and all of them are like, we have plenty of guns, we can fight. We have got plenty of bullets, we can fight. We can destroy Luis. This is the last time we're gonna have to deal with Luis. And Luis is like, they've changed their approach. They're not aiming for my eye anymore. These people have actually understood the limitations of my regenerative abilities. So he's like, if so, bravo! That well done, guys. Perhaps maybe they all already figured out why I took so much time to recover my sense of eyesight, because our slowest tissues are our optic nerves. So yeah, we get a little more insight. Of course, they haven't figured that out. So Luis breaks out of the building they are currently standing in, and Mister is like, in your dreams. And Luis like, oh no, the fourth one is here. And while I was reading this chapter, I was like, damn it, we can't see Mister anywhere. So I assumed that Mister was on a secret operation, and suddenly Mister pops out. So yeah, that was kind of a letdown for me anyway. So they are all constantly shooting Luis, and Luis has to retreat right now. And the way they are doing this, it's just amazing. It's awesome. Anyway, Luis finally retreats, and he's like, what was that? What did I just... And suddenly, we get to see Adam. Yeah, what the hell are you doing over here, Adam? And he is again chanting the great number of our great Lord, our great Lord Norman. Adam is chanting 22194, and that's the only thing he can chant. So he's like, he's chanting Norman's number again. I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. I'm seriously confused what the hell is going on here, because it seems like Adam has a lot of strength on his own. And I saw this theory, and it's basically that Adam was from the trial plantation and they're trying to clone Norman. That might actually be true with all this happening, or no, like him being like a bulked up version of Norman. So yeah, I really want to know what the hell's going on over here. Like, why the hell has Adam showed up? I'm fine with the next 2 to 3 chapters just being solely devoted to Adam, just if we understand what the hell's up with Adam and why is he doing what he's doing. This was honestly a pretty darn good chapter, and it's like a battle pack chapter. Last chapter I mentioned this, I was like, this was more of a setup chapter, and this is the battle. So we get to see Adam. We're probably gonna have okay, it would be fun if we just get to see a flashback of Adam. Like Adam just thinking back, and he's like 22194, 22194, and then we go to the past and everything turns black, and he's like, and he's just sitting in one place, and he sees Norman walk, and we get to see a lot of Norman next chapter. Norman is my favorite character, like one of my favorite characters. Of course, we have got Mister up there too, we have got Ray up there too. But yeah, I'm not sure how to rank those 3. Anyway, Norman is one of my favorite characters. I would love to see more of him in the series now. Especially now that we have got Adam over here, it's pretty much being built up that we get to see Norman. And maybe we will also get to see like Adam die or something, because that will be pretty goddamn cool. Because see, Emma, Ray, they must notice that he's chanting 22194, that is Norman's number. So anyway, this will be amazing to see something. And another question, that Adam came all the way from whichever plantation he was at to the Goldie Pond alone. So that means he must have taken on a lot of demons, and he came unarmed. That means Adam has physical strength in comparison to that of demons, and it's going to be amazing right now. I'm just telling you, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to enjoy this a lot. Next chapter 92. This was chapter number 91. Next chapter with everything we have got. Next chapter will be like, so here's what Norman was doing. Anyway, this was chapter number 91 review of The Promised Neverland. This is Darui, and I'm out.